Now, I stroll on TikTok to find content to add into my reactions, and I stroll upon this lady. Her name is Kelly Crispin, and Kelly Crispin is trying to get her and her husband's story out. So today I will be sharing her story. Hi, my name is Shaneria. If you are new here, we do reaction videos. We like drama tea, and sometimes we just want to hear someone else's story. On this channel, I like to focus on people's story because a lot of people are going through almost the same things that I share. So I just feel like hearing someone else's story would bring some type of knowledge, or give you some type of understanding, or sometimes help you out with figuring your situation out. So that's why I do these reaction videos. You guys, today we have another reaction video. If you are returning, y'all already know how we like to do it. So let's get straight into today's reaction.
1 month ago today, my fiance Omar was murdered by a group of men in San Juan, Puerto Rico, and nothing has been done about it. We had gone out in the Calle Serra area, and we were on our way home when we made a wrong turn onto a dark residential street. Our car was then rushed by about 15 men, all holding AR-style guns. Omar reacted defensively immediately. He sped around all of the men, and we turned onto another street. And as we were driving away, speeding away, is when these men just began to rain down shots on us. I was shot multiple times, and Omar was killed. No arrests have been made. I've tried to get media attention on the case, thinking it would push the police along, but nothing has happened so far. So I guess I'm just asking people to spread the word and help bring justice for Omar. I've been getting a lot of comments like this, and a lot of questions like this, basically asking, how did you get out? Why did they let you go? So I guess I'm just gonna tell the entire story. So that night when we were driving, Omar was in the driver's seat, I was sitting passenger, and there was a third passenger in our car in the back seat, a friend, who doesn't want their name attached to the story because there is a very valid fear of gang retaliation. So we turned down this street, and we immediately see these men, and they start rushing up to the car with their arms raised, their guns raised, some guns pointed at us, and they're yelling at us to stop. So this is when Omar just immediately, he obviously reacted defensively. The last thing he was going to do was stop. We didn't know what these men wanted. As soon as we started speeding away and the gunfire started, that's when I made my first call to 911. I immediately called 911. And I told them, we need emergency services. We're being shot at. I pulled up our maps automatically. I gave them our location. And this is all while there's just nonstop gunfire raining down on us. I knew that I had been hit in the back of my head. I knew that I had been shot. I felt it hit my body, but I couldn't find the bullet, the wound, and I felt the car coming to a stop. And that's when I turned to Omar and I said, Omar, baby, you have to keep driving. It was then that he said that he couldn't, he had been shot. I remember reaching up for him. I think that's when my hand was shot. And then we start hearing men's voices. They're shouting stop shooting, or don't shoot, or there's a woman, stop. And this is kind of all in the background. And then the next thing I know, I hear a man's voice that says, "Who are you on the phone with?" And I look up to the passenger side window, because at this point all of the windows had been shot out of the car. And a man is standing there with a gun pointed in my face, and he says again, "Who are you on the phone with?" And I think I told him 911. I don't remember if I answered directly, but he took my phone out of my hand. He hung up the call, opened my door, pulled me out. And so at this point, I can only see what's happening on my side of the car. He searched my purse. He searched around the passenger side of the vehicle, then tossed my purse back in there, tossed my phone back in there. I hear my name being yelled on the other side of the car, Kelly, Kelly. It was our friend. At this point, I thought it was maybe like a carjacking, or I don't know. So I grabbed my phone again. I grabbed my wallet from right off the seat, and ran around to the other side of the car. Omar had kind of fallen out onto the ground, been pulled out by our friend, and these men are just saying, you need to get out of here. You can't get help here. The police can't come here. No one can help you here. There was one man by the driver's side door that was literally telling us how to get out of the neighborhood, saying, you need to go, you need to get out of here now. So our friend and I picked up Omar and put him in the back seat. And then it's at this point that I was yelling at another one of the men who was by the back of the driver's side of the car, asking him, like, help us, like, please just help us, lift him. Like, I had already been shot, so I couldn't get the right side, my right arm to work. And he was just saying, no, I can't help you. I can't touch him. I know I yelled a few other things at him. But basically, after we got Omar in the back seat, I stayed in the back with him, applying pressure to his gunshot wound, and our friend climbed into the driver's seat and began to drive us out of there. And it was at this point that I remember feeling the car hitting stuff. It turns out that the gang, they had blockaded that side of the street. So as we were driving out, the escape route, that's when we hit the blockade. We crashed through the blockade, ran through the blockade, and we found a gas station a few blocks away. As soon as we had pulled away from the men, because I had my phone on me, that's when I called 911 again. And I told them that we were moving, that we had been shot. There was one of us had a gunshot wound to the head, Omar, and that we needed help immediately. That's when we found the gas station. And thank God there was an attendant outside who was closing up, but she was out there, and she saw us pull up and came over. I gave her my phone, and she told the police where we were, and they came. It's just like, it's shocking to me that there is a police department. There's multiple police departments there within a mile of where we were attacked. Yet this gang has gone unchallenged, I guess I would say, by law enforcement. They've been allowed to terrorize this block. I remember the 911 attendant on the phone telling me, the first time I called, saying that, we're already aware that something happened there. A resident called in to 911, reports of gunfire. And I don't know, that I guess that just keeps sticking with me, because that means that there's people that are living there that they heard this and they were concerned. But then when the police showed up 5 days later, mind you, to investigate the scene, no one would come out, no one would talk to them, because everyone is so terrified of this gang. I don't know. I guess so. I just have to hope that, like, the more people that know this story, one, I don't ever want anyone else to experience what we went through, to experience the loss of someone like Omar. But I also just want, like, increased coverage so that it gives people the opportunity, anyone who might know one of these men, snitch anonymously. I don't know. Because obviously people want this to end. This is not what the island of Puerto Rico is. It's a beautiful place full of amazing, wonderful people, and it takes the cowardly actions of a few men to ruin a place like this. I don't know. I want justice for Omar. And I know that these people deserve better as well.
Oh my God, imagine going somewhere to try to spend time with your loved ones, enjoy yourself, and stuff like this happens. Who wants to live in a neighborhood where they are terrorized, they're scared, somewhere where they lay their head, raise their family, pay their bills? And not only that, for police to show up 5 days later is crazy. She needs justice. Like, this stuff will never go away. It will always be in the back of the mind. And not only that, she has to deal with the loss of her husband because the cause of it. And it seems like some of these guys don't even want to do it. It's like they have been jumped in or forced to do this, because why would they give her directions out the neighborhood or tell her they can't help, like, even explain themselves? Like, I'm just so confused on, like, why do people enjoy terrorizing other people and destroying people's lives? Like, how you wake up in the morning doing this? She need justice. We all want to hear that she got justice for her husband. And not only that, some people was like commenting dumb stuff. Like, just keep strolling past the content if you can't help her, if you can't share her video, if you can't bring awareness so people can know. Like, why even comment like dumb stuff?
So actually, no, I won't be doing that. I won't be moving on without legal justice. Omar deserves justice. I deserve justice. I think every single victim of violent crime, of gun crime, deserves justice. Imagine what would happen if I moved on and I didn't say anything. How long do you think it would take for someone else's brother, someone else's son, someone else's fiance to drive down that street and also die? I don't know if I expect a homicide conviction. I don't know if I expect these men to be found, but the very least I can do is continue to talk about this and at least try to prevent this from happening to anyone else. Moving on and accepting this, that would be the exact reason that this problem would continue to perpetuate in this area.
Yeah, this is crazy, and people are commenting to move on. How can you tell somebody, a widow, to move on from losing their husband? Y'all, drop down the comment section saying justice for Omar, justice for Kelly. I feel like they need justice, and the more she talk about it, the more she's going to bring awareness, the more people going to know when they go to Puerto Rico to be careful about going down certain roads. Like, this literally brings awareness. I mean, you can't even enjoy life. You can't even go out the country and just be happy and be cheerful and have like a blast. Ain't that's what life about? Love, family, enjoying yourself, having a good time. I'm pretty sure that God didn't create this earth for us to be terrorized in our neighborhoods, terrorized that we might lose a family member, all because of hate that shouldn't even exist. Why? Why do you get the urge to wake up every morning and just terrorize people? Bring so much hate to a country, a nation that deserve happiness. I don't get it. And her shutting up, somebody else is going to lose their life if she don't bring awareness. That's why I do these stories, y'all. I don't do it just to make fun of somebody's video or anything. I do this to share, to bring awareness, to, you know, bring it to the light. The more we share this type of content, the more we share stuff, the more it will bring awareness to somebody else and have them think twice about some of the things that is happening or their reactions to certain things. That's why I share these videos and give my opinion on them. Y'all, let's bring justice to Omar and Kelly, and let's share this video. Hype this video up so more people can hear her story, you guys, and just give your opinion on this. Don't forget to hype me up. If you are new here, subscribe, like, and share this video. We would love to have you over here. And if you are returning, y'all already know, and I love repeating myself, and y'all be doing it now. Like, share, comment, and definitely hype me up. And I hope you all have a blessed day. Peace.